my god, that was really good. Hey everybody, it's Dissident here and welcome back to another Apex video. So today we're going to be talking about the upcoming and newest nerf to Valkyrie. Sorry I haven't been here in a while. I actually got wisdom tooth surgery, so that's why I still feel a little bit weird, but I'm a lot better today. Just make sure if you guys enjoyed the video to get this button and smash it. Subscribe to the channel for more content and be sure to click that notification bell. So anyway, our girl Valkyrie is getting a nerf to her tactical hover. Now if you don't know what that is, it's when you're flying, you're in the air, and you hold down your Q or your left bumper, your L1 button, your tactical ability, stay in the air for a really long duration. I timed it myself from max fuel while using your Q. You stay in the air for 1 minute and 11 seconds. Now the whole complaint comes more from the professional players or from the ranked players, because in scrims or in final circles of ranked, Valkyrie players would stay up in the air avoiding all types of danger and avoiding like all the circle, gaining placement points and all that stuff. So it obviously got to respawn and they're nerfing it, but they're not 100% revealing what exactly going to do to her jets. We have a tweet that I'm going to put on screen. I'm going to read it for you guys. Valk's tactical hover was designed to consume fuel at 10% of the normal rate, so it's really slow. It's a really slow fuel consumption. And it says with the ALGS ramping up, they figured that they're going to remove that whole exception because she takes long breaks, especially in scrim. This will go live on Thursday. This was tweeted out last night, but all of the news that I've read is from today. So this is a pretty last minute change just from one day to the next. Here's the thing that I'm scared about with the nerf. They nerfed Horizon, and I know you guys know that was a pretty hard nerf. I rarely see Horizons in the game anymore. It's like an entirely like endangered species out here. So I'm scared that they're gonna do the same thing to Valkyrie. I don't want her to become entirely useless. As much as I can agree that staying in the air for 1 minute and 11 seconds is actually way too much. The whole point is for her to be in the air, so I really want them to kind of find a nice balance as to where it's not so long. Originally, what they were going to do with her tactical hover is instead of the 10% fuel rate, it'll be normal, like the fuel drainage. And I feel personally that's a little bit too much, because her fuel, if you do it in accession, it actually wastes pretty fast. So I think having the Q be the normal fuel drop rate, the consumption, I feel like that's a little bit too much. A suggestion I would say is 30% minimum fuel consumption, or when you're in the air and you're using your Q for a short duration, maybe about 3 seconds, 4 seconds long, it's the 10% rate. And then afterwards, it's the full consumption. Some type of balance like that as to where you can still be in the air, because she is a recon character. She's meant to be in the air and scout the area, but to not be in the air for more than 1 minute, like I said, that is crazy. Here's another tweet from the same guy saying that the 50% and 75% consumption rate still didn't feel meaningfully different, and they still think she was in the air for too long. And 75%, even with them saying that, they still think it's too long. That's kind of crazy. So that leads me to believe that they might do the full consumption rate. Let me know down below what you guys think would change about her tactical hover. Would you keep it the same? Would you really nerf it? Do you think it's not that big a deal? Please let me know down below. I enjoy Valkyrie a lot as a character. I just really want them to be careful with that, because as soon as they nerfed Horizon, she got nerfed into the ground. Barely anybody uses her. And I know a lot of people dislike Valkyrie because of her ultimate. She can reposition. She's easily able to like recover from her mistakes. And then the hovering, a lot of people are mad about those final circles, those scrims. I understand that. I just don't want them to utterly ruin the character because her fuel just runs out so fast. Because it also doesn't charge up the fastest either. Here is a funny thing too though. The developers, when Valkyrie first came to the game, they said that the whole tactical hover was actually an intended feature, a mechanic to Valkyrie, because a lot of people thought it was an exploit, but them themselves said it was intended. But I guess they didn't expect a lot of players to really call it out, so it sucks that they have to backtrack, but you also have to listen to your player base. So it's an interesting situation to be in for the devs, honestly. Me personally, I never used her hover in a way like that. I really used the hover just to go up, find somebody, find a good position to be in, just get a sense of where the enemies are. I've never done the whole final circle thing, so I feel bad for the players that had to encounter that. Sorry, but honestly, in the air, Valkyries are pretty vulnerable. They move slow, especially when you're doing the Q. They move slow, they can't shoot, and it's super loud. I understand in the heat of battle, you're probably not going to be listening up on top of you for the jets, but it gives you a new sense of strategy. You have to be weary of the skies now, and I feel like players just aren't used to looking up and seeing somebody all the way on the top sitting up there. It's a valid nerf, I can understand why, but in a sense, I feel like it might be too much, and she is pretty vulnerable when she's flying and when she's in the air. There's many instances where me alone, I get beamed if I use it just ever so slightly incorrectly, because she's really vulnerable when she's flying. When she lets go of her jets, she doesn't have her gun out immediately. When she's in the air, she can't shoot you. When she drops from the air, she drops slower and she has that landing lag still. So to me, I'm like in the middle. I understand why, but I also feel like it's not needed 100% the nerf, because I feel like she's pretty vulnerable in the air. I've been beamed, and others that I've gone against have been beamed as Valkyrie when you're flying. So I just hope they can find that middle balance, because to me, I feel like she's a pretty balanced but also a very strong character. I know a lot of people are going to find her cheap, which I can't agree, because I can honestly say I've used my ult to escape plenty of times and to reposition and then end up ultimately winning the game just because I used my ult once reposition. It has definitely affected my games, and I've also lost to Valkyries using their ult. They just jump right on top of me. I end up getting sandwiched by the one team that pushed with the Valkyrie ult and another team that comes towards my position because they're trying to third party that whole thing. So honestly, I can get what y'all saying, that she's easily able to make up for her mistakes. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the Valkyrie nerf that's coming. That's going to be it for the discussion about the Valkyrie nerf. I'm going to let the video in the back ride out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Come on. Oh my god, that was tough. Tough.